back to the hotel to warm up later. I mean, that's an option too.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ohio FFA! Make some noise and welcome your 2025 from Talawanda Butler Tech FFA State Secretary Abby Garland. From Lane County Career Center FFA State Vice President at Large.
And she said, never do that in front of a lady. And I said, how about Goofy? Oh, no. Where's Mickey? Hi, everybody. And she said, okay, stop it now. You can do a lot of a singer named Louis Armstrong. I said, no, I haven't heard of that. She said, he is the voice of jazz. If you can do this, you could make a living as a singer. I said, I'm a basketball player. She said, stop saying that. And then she turned on the music of A Wonderful World. And it goes like this. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, oh yes, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow through that life much more than I'll ever know. What a wonderful world. Oh yes, Baba Juba do that now. Yes, I think to myself, Baba Judu. What a wonderful world. Oh yeah, Baba do da. There it is. You would be confident enough to show anybody if you could do it. And that's what I want you to watch as I'm doing this, to think about how would you present and perform and speak if you were on stage. As a 5-year-old kid, I went to the dentist and the dentist said, you have a huge mouth. I didn't know it was that big. And then he pulled the tool out of my mouth and my lips stayed like that. And he said, how do you do that? I said, I don't know. He said, then stop. So I did. And then he did it again, and he said, that's your gift. And I said, this is my gift? I was 5 years old. I found out I could do this one thing with my lip. I remember looking to heaven and saying, thank you, this is my gift. And I want you to look at my gift and be grateful this is not what you got. You've got talents I don't have, and I have talents you don't want. The dentist looked at me and he said, if you can control that part of your face, you should be able to do the other side. No one had ever given me permission as a 5-year-old to do that. He was right, I could do it, you guys. Now I want you to know as I learned how to go back and forth and talk at the same time. This was a weird thing. Do you think I hid this under a bushel? No, I set it on a hill to be seen. I went to school, I was like, hey ladies, want to go to the dance? And they're like, ah, I'm all, I mean, it was awkward. I didn't know what to do. Like, it was just a little weird. But when you find out what you're good at, hopefully you don't bury that talent, hopefully you multiply it. And so as I multiplied this, I found out I could catch a wave like the ocean. Oh yeah. Eyebrows too, hello. Teacher's like, Jason, what are you doing back there? I'm like, I don't know, but I can do this. He's like, okay, just read. Bottom lip, I have one, don't I? This took years to figure out. I want you to think about while you're watching me do this. What do you work on every day? Because someday maybe you'll be on stage sharing it. But I know while I was sitting back there, I found out that I could do the bottom lip. Oh yeah. And this side. I can do both at the same time. You can imagine how fun that is. to scare people wherever I go. But I'm not gonna let that stop me in terms of if somebody goes, ooh, that's weird or that's ugly. Think about it when you have done something unique, something incredible, and people go, oh, I'm not sure that's something you should share. I hope that you'll lean into your strengths, your signature moves, because that is your promise. And so as I found out I could do other things with my face, I didn't stop there. I have a nose, right? This is not TikTok, guys. This is not AI. This is real. This took 8 years to figure out how to do. Isn't that cool? Now, how's he doing that? That's so crazy. I love going to a restaurant as well with this one because the waiter walks up to me and he says, hey, what'll it be? I say, I have a salad, and he leaves, or I can keep the promise, make his day. He walks up to me, I'm like, hey, he says, what'll it be? I go, hey, do you have any lettuce? I just need a carrot. Do you have a carrot? He's like, you're getting a free meal, man. That's amazing. Ever since I was little, I had teachers that would say, Jason, what are you doing in the back of the room? I'd say, I'm practicing my faces. And eventually, I was the class clown, right? I was a little too loud. And then eventually, I had a couple of teachers that were like, you know, if you're quiet for the whole day, we'll give you a chance at the end to perform. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to be on stage. And so when they said, Jason, you've been good for an entire day, that took about 2 months, I finally got to go in front of the classroom. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't have any shtick. I didn't have a routine. And they said, hey, just have everybody do animal sounds. And so I was like, okay, I'd like you guys to be my class, if you will. Let's say we're in 3rd grade. I want you to go for it. I'd say, oh, the dog goes. Okay. Oh, the cow goes. Oh, the horse goes. Everybody says nay, right? That's the best. But I would say, okay, that was close. How about the horses I've seen are like, for some reason it got a laugh, right? That's the weirdest horse I've ever seen. Say, oh, the goat goes. Right? Oh, the cat goes. Oh, that was good. You guys were doing it. Instead of like, meow, you guys were like, very nice. I know some high schoolers like that. They're not here. Do we hear a turkey? Oh, the turkey goes. That's awesome. Good job. My friends, as a kid finding out that it was okay to just be myself, to have confidence in the weird things that I do, I'm the only one that can do what I do. It's a pretty fun thing to be me. And I'm so thankful that I have people throughout my life, friends, mentors, teachers, that encouraged it and then said, it's okay to do what you do, because I am one of the only people that can do it. I'm so thankful for those people. Now imagine if you got to do for a living what you're the best at. You might be headed down a path right now towards something that you've worked so hard for. You have put in the time, the energy, the education, your passion. And as you go towards that, you accomplish something great, and then someone comes along and helps you discover that you can do even greater things. Those are the mentors, those are the leaders, and I believe we have the leaders in this audience that are doing that for the future of America. I appreciate it, I'm grateful for it. I never thought in a million years as a kindergartner or a 5th grader that someday I might be performing in the biggest show in Las Vegas, but it happened. I tried out for a show called Legends in Concert. This is impersonators who look, sound, and act exactly like the voice and artist they're doing an impersonation of. You probably only recognize a few of those people up there because they are impersonators. You might see Taylor Swift, maybe you see Michael Jackson, a couple of the others, Britney Spears, but here's who I wanted to be, and it's an artist that some of you may not know what he looks like, but when I sing for you, you'll notice that I was considered pretty good. You see, I wanted to be Elton John. Elton John is one of the greatest artists of all time. My wife took these pictures for me as I auditioned for Legends in Concert. The problem was, they looked at me and they said, "You're very good at music, you're very good at singing. You don't sound like Elton John." I said, "No, I did. La 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 la." They said, "No, you're missing something in his voice, the essence of his voice." I remember packing my things back up with my wife. I had just told her to quit her job as a stockbroker. And instead of staying in Vegas, we drove back home and moved into her parents' basement. That's an embarrassing place. And as I was working on my Elton John voice to try to get this job, I remember reading an article, and this is where education comes in. Continue to learn always. Leaders are readers. And so as I'm reading, I read that Elton John had somebody critique his voice in the 70s. It said, Elton John is an English accent mixed with a country honky tonk twang. I had never heard that in his voice before until I read it. And that's when I rebooked the audition. I went to Las Vegas, and this was the very first picture of me on that stage. And I sang this song, The Lion King. If you know it, please sing along. Maybe this is a good time to raise up those lights. If you want to sing along with me, it goes like this. I see a few lights, that's good. There's a calm surrender to the rush of day, when the heat of the rolling wind can be turned away. An enchanted moment, and it sees me through. It's enough for this restless warrior just to be with you. Sing it if you know it, come on. Can you feel the love tonight? Good job. It is where we are. It was a fun job that I had over 25 years ago, you guys. That's how long this has been. I got to perform for the Legends in Concert around the world. What a great honor to be considered the top Elton John impersonator in the world while I was there. And I got to work with some fascinating people who discovered not only their own voice, but knew how to do the voices of others, which is a very interesting skill set. Eventually I left Legends in Concert and became a one-man performer and speaker, and going all around doing my impersonations, impressions, and voices. They even called me a legend in the faking in the paper. That was fun. I've been all over the world because a teacher helped me discover my talents and gifts. And a normal crowd for me is like this, in front of lots of people. I appreciate the opportunity to be here in front of you today, because this allows me to keep my promise to the world, to share my gifts, to uniquely do what only I can do. And as you watch me, I hope that you're thinking about what you can do, because you are extraordinary. You have talents, gifts, skills that make you unbelievable, and everybody knows it. Anybody here, what are your signature moves? When you think about it, you might think, oh, I'm not sure, I don't know, I can't do the face thing, I can't do anything like that. Well, guess what? Yours are different than mine. Did you guys enjoy your speaker today? His name is Brad. Brad's amazing. How different are we? Absolutely opposites, right? And guess what? That's how it's going to be with every competitor and every person that is not your competitor. Everyone is going to show up with their gifts, talents, and skill set. And we need to lean into our own authenticity, to share our story. I love what he talks about, and it's completely different from me, and that's why this all works on stage. And so it works in real life as well. When you think about your signature moves, I hope that you'll consider for yourself that you have something that makes you uniquely who you are. If you're not quite sure what it is, that's okay. Your signature move is your leadership promise. It's to know exactly what it is so you can share it and then help others to discover it. I call it the ICM process. If you want to take a note, this is the chance. ICM stands for identify, clarify, magnify. When you identify your talents, gifts, and skills, write down as many as you can. Don't edit yourself. Write them down fast, because you know what they are. It's what makes you stand out in a sit-down world. You're going to come up with the top 10 list of the words that you choose, that you like the best about you, that you identify and make you awesome. And then with the clarify step 2, you're going to ask somebody that you trust. You're going to ask a friend, what are my skills? You're going to ask a teacher, what makes me unique? You're going to ask your parents, hey, what is it that makes me different? What are my signature moves? They're going to give you a clarify list that you can then have an identify list for yourself and a clarify list from your peers, your friends, the people you trust. And then you can magnify those things every single day that you share your talents and gifts. The whole world wants it. And I hope that you understand that you have the opportunity to do that. My friends, when it comes to your talents and gifts, I want to show you a picture of my kids, if that's okay, and my beautiful family. Here they are. So this is my beautiful family. Guess what? I have kids your age. What an honor to get to be in front of you while I have kids your age. My eldest daughter in the front on the bench, she's 20 years old. Her name is Ella. She graduated 2 years ago, and she's now been around the world. She was an au pair, which is a nanny, in New Zealand, as well as in Verona, Italy. And now she's just on her way tomorrow to go live in Alaska for the summer. Those are things we did not think she would be doing even when she was in high school, and yet that's the path she's chosen, and she's great at it. Everywhere she goes, her signature move is that smile. She has a personality that actually reminded me of a lot of the people I met backstage before I came out here. You guys know how important this one skill set is that I saw everybody doing well? Shaking a hand. Do you know how important that is? Do you know how important it is to look someone in the eye when you meet them? Especially an adult. It makes them look at you like, oh, this person belongs. I can respect them because they shook my hand with authority. They're looking me in the eye. That young lady learned that early on, and I'm so grateful for that. Her name is Ella. The oldest boy is Redford. He's in the blue. Velociraptor. I went, and they said, Daddy, that's scary. And I said, you asked for it. And, I started chasing them around the house. Get out of the fridge. And then they couldn't sleep for some reason. They're in their bedroom. Daddy, what was that? I'm like, don't look under the covers. Was that weird? Oh, it was awesome, right? What if my promise has always been to do a presentation that's family friendly for the whole world to enjoy, grandparents and children and everybody just to have fun. And so when she said, can you do Lady Gaga, I thought, well, I should keep the promise to my daughter because she asked me to do it. And I could actually take a nursery rhyme that's very popular called Old MacDonald Had a Farm, and I could put it into a song of Lady Gaga and make it fun for my kids. What I'm about to show you guys is a really, really weird thing called a parody, where I change the words and make it silly. I hope you enjoy it. This is me going all in as a dad for my kids with the Lady Gaga song. Here we go. I'm caught in a chicken dance. Lady Gaga for the children, that's it, yeah. does anybody here know who Journey was? Is there some Oh, good. Okay. All right. Well, let's see if you like my parody version of this. This is me changing the words. You'll never hear it the same. It goes like this. And now I come to you with broken arms and nothing to hide. I fell off a water slide, so here I am, two broken arms. Love is still there, but I can't wash my hair with broken arms. Thank you. You guys are cultured. You know the good music. That's cool. Now, when I was your age, when I tried to sing this song, it hurt. Vocally, it like hurt. And I gave up on it. And one day, because I couldn't quite hit the voice, one day I was watching The Simpsons, and it became clear as to how to do the voice. It's Marge Simpson singing. That's all it is. The power of association is in play with this one. This is Marge and Axl Rose. It goes like this. She got a smile when it seemed to me, remind me of childhood memories where everything was as fresh as the rabbit sky. Marge Simpson.
Now and then when I see her face, she takes me away to that special place where if I stare too long, I'd probably break down and cry.
All right, there it is, you guys. I remember it was years since I'd done the Raptor, and my daughter was asked to the prom. Well, you're ahead of me, Here is that. The guy shows up, he's 6'4", tall, handsome, buff guy. I go, hey, what's your name? And he's all, Luke. I was like, Luke, you taking my daughter to prom? Yeah. I was like, right, what time are you gonna bring her home? He's like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 or whatever. And I was like, what did you say, Luke? And he goes, Mr. Hewlett, what's happening? And I went, ah! You know, and he's all, no. And my daughter running over, and she goes, Daddy, don't talk to him. Don't show him the Raptor. And as they ran out the door, I could see his eyes in the rear view mirror because they were driving, and I was like, for some reason he brought her home at 9. It was awesome. I'm just telling you. I'm so grateful. I love being a dad. This country needs what you have. The world needs what you have. Even if it's this. Do your thing. Share your gifts. Don't hide your signature moves. Each of you have them, and I hope today it's inspired you as you've watched me a little bit do some weird stuff. Maybe you thought, hey, maybe I could do a little bit more to be a little braver, whether it's in my presentations, in the ag science class. I mean, you tell me wherever it's going to be. Go for it. Do it. Don't hold back. Be your great self. If you're interested, I have written a book about this. It's called The Promise to the One. The one is yourself. Keep a promise to yourself and you'll keep it to everybody else. It's going to make all the difference in the world. And I want you to know that there's a lot of those left on Amazon if you want to get them. But as I've shared with you the promise today, I appreciate you guys being such a good audience. You've been so respectful, and it's just, Dan, that I'm not just saying that. I would tell anybody who's worried about where the world is headed or our country's headed, go. You will have faith in the future because of what I'm seeing right here. And so, as I close, I want you to know that if you want to get inspiration weekly, I do blogs and so forth. If you want to grab something, it's on that QR code. All you need to do is check out my link tree. I'd love to connect with you guys in the future when you're on the LinkedIn and all the stuff like that. I mean, so many of you are already succeeding so well. It would be awesome to be able to be in your life in the sense of saying, hey, I can help you, we can inspire each other, and it's such a wonderful thing to get to be connected with you guys today. As I wrap this up, I want you to know that I've gone around the country singing this last song that I'm going to close with. And it's only at this type of event that they'll let me do it. Most events don't want it. Most events don't open with the Star-Spangled Banner. Most events don't have these types of things that we need. But we are, my friends, one nation under God, and I hope that you know that you have a part in that, and you need to stand for something great. If you know this song, this is your chance to sing along as I wrap up. What a great audience today, my friends. FFA Ohio, I'll never forget you. If you know it, sing along. If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, because the flag still stands for freedom and they can't take that away. Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Sing it with me. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA, there's pride in every American heart. It's time we stand and say, I'm proud to be an American, but at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the man who died. That lied to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Everyone put up your lights as we close this. Here we go, we need it for the photos. Come on.